Hi there, this is Mike. I'm going to tell you a little bit about my antennas, things that other antenna manufacturers don't really tell you a lot about, like how these joints work, how I hold things together, what the purpose of things are. Here's how they start. This is aluminum tubing, square tubing. It's a 1/16 of an inch thick walls. I mean, that's pretty hefty. They're pretty strong. I measure and cut it. I buy these pieces from a fence manufacturer. He doesn't need them for some reason, but the material's still good. Here you can see I use stainless steel hardware. Stainless steel. I use stainless steel screws, washers, um, bolts, nuts. There's no sense using cheap aluminum or cheap plastic as some people do. Here's the copper. These are cut pieces. They're for making the bow ties, the bow tie pieces for the bow tie antennas. Now when I make the gray hoverman antenna, I use a 56-inch piece to start with. Actually, it's a little bit longer. It's more like 59. And I leave a little room for bending. And it's the same with these. These have room for bending and making the closed joints I like. And that's copper. It's not cheap. The aluminum is not cheap. This is an American aluminum, not some foreign, God knows what aluminum. Real American made stainless steel fasteners. Over here you see the insulators. These are very important. They cannot absorb water of any kind. They cannot conduct electricity. They are there to insulate. This is a cellular PVC. It's inert. It doesn't conduct. It doesn't absorb water. It's good stuff. These start out as long pieces of trim for houses. It's hard to see, but it has a wood grain to it, and they use it for trimming windows, and it never rots. It doesn't really discolor, and it's good stuff. It insulates quite well. Uh, a lot of people use a lot of fancy things. They use glass, which can break, and it does. And they use all kind of fancy plastic. These are simple, so if anything ever goes wrong, I can cut you a new piece and have it to you in no time flat. But I don't expect anything to ever go wrong. The balance, this is the connector. It transforms the antenna ohms from 300 down to 75 ohms that fits into a cable TV wire, a coaxial cable. These are off the shelf. They're manufactured I don't know where, but they're a cheap thing. There really isn't anything better. It's just a simple little um, I believe there's a resistor and a transistor inside. So that's molded. That's weatherproof. That's no big deal. I use stainless steel bolts. Sometimes I have a shortage of getting 4-inch bolts. Here I have had to use 5-inch. Uh, but you can see I use the stainless steel. I put washers and lock washers on everything that needs one. And you won't see this with the major manufacturers. They won't give you a close-up. You can go to their websites. They'll show you their overall antennas, but you don't really get to see much. Hope this helps.